as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cut! 180! 57, come on! Now this one! 25, check 25, check 25! Recon, 132 fighter!
A play fake to Gurley, now gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Value free, value free.
On the Seahawks 5-yard line.
Check. Topper. Rip right.
Here's Gall. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Looking for Woods that time.
Let's go.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 2nd and 10. Goff again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
120. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 57.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And he's got the hook up to Moore. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch,
Now you put the offense in a position where every series...
It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 55 yards.
For another Seahawks. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
58, come on.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now Carson fumbles the football.
That's the end of the first quarter.
7-7, our score after one. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. He's checking. Crash.
Wilson. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On third and goal, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike 57. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get
Hold on. Check. Orange.
57.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
Los Angeles.
Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, 5. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Time to go. Hey, wahoo. Cornell. Turbo's up. 57. Turbo's up.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 26.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Goff on third down. They got a man. It's Woods. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Gurley. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Quick, 90.
58, come on.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
14, got it. Took right.
Don't be scared of it.
Kill.
12.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a give right side. It's Carson, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert.
This is Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
A 23-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go. Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now Goff. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Goff now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check 24. Watch 24. Check. Cross.
2 for 1. Greystone, travel.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
57. Get that quarterback. And all call. Check 37.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. It's Hill. Complete.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Undercrush.
We're close.
'57 to Mike. 57.
Again they run with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They run. It's Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
58, Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now.
14.
Tighten up.
Third and long. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, 58, right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Penny, the first down carry. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Check nickel. Check 3. Watch that.
One left.
Again, it's Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All go special! All go special!
It's a safety creep.
Here's Wilson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're running with Gurley. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 40-yard.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they drop their 7th game on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel.
How many of y'all came to win?